Big changes are coming to travel in 2025 and you're preparing for Camino de Santiago. It's more important than ever that you stay ahead of the updates to make your pilgrimage a smooth journey. Did you know that the new digital system will definitely finish with the beautiful stamps you collect in the passports whenever you're entering to Europe? And if your baggage gets lost, the new travel rule states that the airlines have to give you a refund fees immediately. From the visa rules to the airline updates to the how to pack light tips, this video has everything you need to prepare for your meaningful journey of Camino de Santiago. Plus, stay tuned to learn more about pre-Camino support program that will help you to prepare for your Camino with confidence. But before we dive into the biggest changes for international travel heading to Europe, which is the ETIAS and European Travel Information and Authorization System, let's first talk about changes in the luggage rules. The TSA's 311 rule has been around for some time, but statistics say that not many people follow it. This makes it especially important to revisit, as the new city scanners has been introduced to some airports, allowing passengers to keep liquids and laptops in the backpacks whenever they journey through the security. However, many airports in UK and Europe are coming back to the traditional 100 milliliters liquid limit due to the technical challenges. So what does the 311 stands for? Each container of liquid gel of aerosol cannot exceed 3.4 ounces, which is 100 milliliters in Europe. Any container larger than 100 milliliters, even if half empty or half full, will be thrown in the bin, and the total volume cannot exceed 1 liter, which means about 10 small bottles of liquids. All containers must be filled in one small transparent plastic bag. Yeah, that's a big thing. You cannot just stick it somewhere in your nice and cozy multicolored bag. It has to be visible and transparent. And as a quick tip, if you don't have one at home, you can get it in the airport for free, just in the security queue. And the last one, which is one bag per person. That means that if you're traveling with your partner and your partner says, "Could you take some of my things to your..." you cannot do it. And now you have an excuse actually to refuse her luggage. And why is this especially important for pilgrims? First of all, we travel a lot with water bottles and the water bladders. And whenever you enter the security zone, remember they have to be completely empty out of liquids. Otherwise, you're gonna have it taken away from you. And it would be a pity. So does it mean that we recommend to take and carry-on baggage with you on the Camino? Actually, we don't. And here is why. While US airlines are trying to standardize carry-on luggage in 2025, which is 22 inches by 14 inches by 9 inches, there might not be the same in Europe, because the most popular and the main airlines in Europe like Wizz Air and Ryanair have a different dimensions of the carry-on free bags. If you want a bigger one, you have to pay extra. And how do we know that? Because last year we had to pay the price for that, 90 euros for 2 bags, Erica and mine a common bag from one of the Caminos. Thank you. And the last important point, especially for those walking, you cannot take a trekking pole with you. There is no clear guidance for bringing trekking poles as carry-on items. Many security checkpoints consider them a risk and will confiscate them. But there is a pro tip: whenever you're flying on the Camino, every starting point has at least one shop where you can get your trekking poles. So the era of the colorful stamps in your passport that you show to your family after every travel is over. Europe is introducing the Enter-Exit system, the EES, which is the major update for this 2025 year. And this happens obviously in the Schengen zone. The EES system will replace traditional passport stamping with facial recognition scanners and fingerprint readers at the border control. The digital system will automatically track when you can enter and exit the Schengen zone, making it nearly impossible to exceed your 90 days possible stay. So no wandering around Santiago just after your Camino for days and months. You'll have to come back home. So what are the benefits, if there are any? So over time, the ETIAS is supposed to speed up the process on the borders, as everyone gonna be recognizable and there's not gonna be any problems with that. But this year, or the next few years, you might take a bit longer once passing the border controls, when trying to figure out which finger to put and which profile is nicer for your photo. And now what about the ETIAS? The ETIAS stands for the European Travel and Information and Authorization System. It's another major change and for travelers from visa-exempted countries like USA, Canada, Australia and much more. Think of it as a version of the ESTA from United States. Starting mid-2025, non-EU travelers will have to apply for this permit before entering in the Schengen zone. It's gonna cost around €7, $7.50, and it would last for 3 years. Most applications will be approved immediately in the minutes, but it's said that sometimes it can take up to 72 hours. So don't wait until the end, because if you're in the airport, it might be a bit too late to apply for that. And of course, be prepared for an extra traffic that can be caused by this new ETIAS system of people trying to figure out how to use their fingers and the facial recognition feature. So are you enjoying this video? Hopefully yes. If you're finding useful, if you learned something today, please give it a like and subscribe. There's a big red button just on the bottom. It helps us a lot to send this video for everyone who needs this information coming for their Camino. And let's talk about the airplane policy updates for 2025, which is a really customer-friendly thing. So there will be automatic ticket refund in case of the delay of cancellation. It goes like that. You can get refunds on the domestic flights delayed for plus than 3 hours and for the international plus than 6. There is no more holding online for hours. There is no paying for the phone fees. They have to refund it immediately. But that actually gets even better, because if your checked baggage is delayed, airline must refund you the baggage fee, and after 12 plus hours it happens on domestic flights, and for international, depending how far you fly from, it's from around 16 to 30 hours. And what about the lost luggage, which is the biggest problem that everyone has? So the airlines are now partnering with the air tags. That means that before, whenever you knew where your bag is because you have your air tag inside of your baggage, and you had to get into the handler and you say, "This is my bag," they couldn't do anything with that. Ridiculous, right? Nowadays they actually use this information and valid, and you can provide this information to the airlines and you can find your bag with them. Number one.
Are you ready to walk Camino fully prepared and confident?
Join our pre-Camino support program, a series of group meetings and pre-recorded classes that can help you to prepare from A to Z. Whenever you're planning the new route, choosing your equipment, or you trying to navigate through different regulations and laws on the Camino, and not only, like for example, how to get to Spain and where to land, this program will help you to feel fully prepared for your Camino. Let's make sure you avoid pitfalls, you save some money, and you make this journey meaningful. Join the like-minded community of pilgrims who convert the daydream of walking the Camino de Santiago in the reality. There is a link in the description below. Go sign up and be the part of the journey now. And just before we go, we have 3 tips for you for your Camino in 2025 to implement just now. And the first one is take with you some extra euros, because not all the places will accept your credit card, and it would be a pity, for example, not to try the famous donation-based albergues where they do not accept credit card payments, right? And the second, always keep your valuables with you. Have with you like a bum bag, like a fanny pack. And inside of this, you can put your money, your phone, take it with you everywhere, even to the bath and even to the toilet. Remember, the safety is the priority. And the last but not least, optimize the space in your bag. Have everything organized. And if you want to know how Erica does it, this is the video when she also reveals her routine. Or check out my packing list video to see which of the toiletries I never leave behind. Or you know what, check them both and see on your own skin which one is better for you. Buen camino!